Peace, y'all. Uh, some I'd like to keep in mind for myself, and I'd like y'all to keep in mind as well. Uh, when there's an issue, when there's a problem, sometimes we're granted with the knowledge and intelligence to be able to categorize such problem and pinpoint a way towards results and solutions. Kind of like mathematics, we can come up with an equation and whatnot and use that equation to solve whatever problem there is. Now, the problem of racism is not it becomes a political problem. It becomes an economical problem. But it's not really a social problem, or it's exactly what it is that it's a social problem. Excuse me. It's a social problem. Now, why I'm saying this is because I just like to see. When you aiming for results, you gotta put together an equation, and I like mathematics, by the way, if you can tell. So when you're coming up with results, and you gotta put together an equation, and factor in what you gotta factor in, and use the tools available, and da da da. You know what I mean? So uh, I'll repeat this part because I'm kind of losing myself here. Racism becomes a political problem. It becomes a social, economical problem. But racism is a personal and a social problem. And the system does not deal with uh, those kind of social issues in the way that we want them to, because it's just laid out. It's like a blank template, you know, that gets laid out. That's what the system is. Uh, this law applies to this person, that person, no matter who they are, where they're from, what they do, you know, that is that, and it applies to everyone. It's supposed to. And that's where the social problem comes in. If there's a racist that's uh, enforcing such law, then a problem happens, a problem starts, and a problem begins. So the system becomes a problem because, well, quite frankly, it might be overrun by racism or whatever, corruption. That's a problem. That's a social problem. That's an ethical problem. Um, so just focus, focus. Coming up with equations and applying mathematics to whatever you're doing. Y'all holla at me. Let's talk about it. Peace. 2K.